Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Time Out with Michelle. If you're new on this space, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to get notified, okay? So today I'm going to dwell on something I might consider a little bit controversial, if you're to say the least. It's about we Nigerians. We have this thing we call white wedding and traditional marriage. Like, I don't get it. I've been having the argument with a couple of persons. Some are like, it's okay to like have the two, and some persons are like, it's actually a double wedding, but we still go ahead to do it. So here's my two bits on this topic. I think that this is so I feel like having a traditional marriage and having a white wedding is actually having a double wedding. What is actually a marriage? Marriage is when you propose to someone, I want to marry you, you both agree, and then you have to marry the person based on their culture. That is what a marriage is about. So in Nigeria, people go ahead to do traditional marriage. You go down to the girl's place, you pay her dowry, you meet her parents, you call people, you celebrate. And after spending that much of money, you still go ahead to like, because maybe you don't have enough resources, because the average Nigerians most time cannot like have their white wedding and their trad at the same time. They usually give space to, recover from the expenses of traditional marriage, and then you go ahead to do a white wedding. Like white wedding, something that is not our culture, something that is not ours. Even let's look at it the biblical way. The Bible recognizes that we pay dowry, which is the basic thing. And this white wedding certificate, I don't even think is recognized anywhere. Like, you want to travel out, if you're someone that is living abroad and you want to take your wife with you or your husband, what you're going to present is the certificate from the court and from your place, not even the church. So why do we go ahead to spend this much money having a traditional marriage and having a white wedding? And sometimes when you look at it, these Westerners, they just laugh at us because it's sheer stupidity, how I say it. Okay, let me give you an instance. This celebrity, Nick Jonas, got married to Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka, when the media was covering their event, they said they had a double wedding. And do you know why it was called a double wedding? Because Priyanka is from India and Jonas is from America. So she agreed to marry him the American way, which is having what we Nigerians call the white wedding. She had to do that because they are from two different cultures. And then Nick Jonas had to travel to India to marry her the traditional way that they do in India. That was why they had two weddings, double weddings. But you don't see an American getting married to an American and having their traditional marriage, which is the white wedding, and then doing other form of what I don't know we call. But here in Africa, in Nigeria precisely, because I can't speak for the whole African continent, I will speak for my country. Like, you do your traditional marriage, you're married. In fact, some churches even make it so funny that they tell you that if you marry someone traditionally, you don't go and bring them to your house. You don't bring your spouse to your house. If you bring her to your house, you're committing a sin. Who does that? Like, who literally does that? I don't understand it. And I think it still boils down to this whole slavery thing. Bob Marley will say, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. But it's so hard. I think the hardest form of slavery to emancipate yourself from is the mental slavery, because we've been enslaved so much that we cannot differentiate what is and what isn't. So my two bits on this issue is that having a white wedding, if you feel like you want to have a white wedding, you should do it because you have so much money to throw around. You have so much money, you just want to, just do it because people do it, because it's what people do. But do we really have to keep doing stuff because people do it? Or we just have to do things the right way? For me, I believe that getting married traditionally and in the courts is the best form of marriage you can have. Okay, I even got to understand, like a friend of mine was saying, she's a witness, so she was trying to tell me that in their church, witnesses, you can't have a traditional marriage and you have the white wedding because they consider it a double wedding. So you either choose to do your court marriage and have your traditional marriage, or you do your court marriage and then you have the white wedding. But even when you choose to have the white wedding, you must still have to go and pay the dowry, which is the most important thing, which is what is recognized everywhere. Like that dowry payment is the basic thing. So why do we always go with the whole phase of, oh, some people even disregard the whole traditional marriage and just do white wedding and forget their culture? Like, how did we get to this point? Like, how did we get to this point? It's really crazy to think about it. Like, really, it's crazy. So I would like to hear your opinion on this topic. What do you think? Is the white wedding and the traditional marriage double wedding, or you think is the right thing to do, getting married traditionally and then having the white wedding? Leave your suggestion, your comments, your opinions in the comment box below, and I will sure read and respond to all. And don't forget to like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and join us on our next YouTube video. Hasta luego!